All right, the final countdown. Ready to do this thing?
Let's do it.
Okay, number 10 of the top 10 Mortal Kombat characters of all time. Now, I gave a lot of people high ranks out of respect, but these top 10 characters, these are all characters that I would use. Some out of respect, they get a little higher, but these are definitely some characters I really like. Number 10, Kintaro.
Kintaro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why Kintaro?
Man, why would I not pick Kintaro? He's like a badass character. He's a Shokin with big tiger stripes on him.
What's the deal with that? Why did he have that?
I don't know. I guess he's like some kind of like different kind of race. Maybe that's like you have like white people and black people. You know, maybe you just got some Shokins have tiger stripes on them.
Sure.
Maybe he's. I mean, a Shokin is half human, half dragon. So a Shokin is 1/4 tiger, 1/4 dragon, 1/4 human, and 100% Labrador Retriever.
Because Goro's mom got fucked by a dragon. Kintaro's mom got fucked by
a tiger dragon. Because that's what happened. So a half tiger, half dragon fucked his mom that was a human. Or a half tiger, half man fucked a dragon. I don't know, but whatever. Originally he was supposed to be like this Tiger Man looking thing.
Yeah.
With like, it was like a martial arts tiger. But they ended up just turning it into like a Goro tiger thing. They seem embarrassed by the character. Yeah, it was on a GamePro magazine a long time ago when they were introducing Mortal Kombat 2, but they didn't go with the design. I think that was a cool character. They could have gone with that too.
With that?
Yeah.
That little fucking blonde hair thing coming out of him?
I mean, they could have made it look better, but you know, it's not a. I don't.
Why he's wearing like a suit? Just like I don't know, man. I'm very glad they didn't go with that.
Well, here's the thing. I like Kintaro, but I feel like they don't like him. Like they keep making him like look worse and worse as it goes on. Like his original design was like badass, okay? But then what they change him into, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing with him? I want to show you what Kintaro used to look like. Okay, that's the old Kintaro. And he scared the fuck out of me. He scared me way more than Goro, because he was so hard and he looked scary with tiger stripes and bald and all that. Mm-hmm. Okay? Okay, this is what he looks like an Armageddon. Still pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that a ponytail coming on from his
Yeah, I think so. A little bit more fleshed out. Okay, now this is what he looks like in Part 9, the reboot.
What's wrong with that?
He's looking just a little too tigery right here. He's got the tiger nose, you know, getting a little too furry. You know, not exactly the way I liked it originally. But then they just go too far in the comics.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah. Yes! I didn't even know that was him at first. Look how dumb that
He's
looks.
got even tiger ears.
Yes, he's full-on tiger with 4 arms. He's a tiger man with 4 arms. And what's weird is sometimes, like, they must have had, like, different artists, because sometimes in the comic, he would look, you know, like the old Kintaro. And then sometimes he wouldn't. And then the way they killed him, too. Like, Sonya's possessed and just rips his head off. I'm like, what?
What?
And they make him so goofy, like he can't swim in the ocean. I'm drowning, help me. And then Shiva has to help him. So it's like, I don't think they respect their design of Kintaro. It's like they want to get away from it. Weird, like sometimes they would make him, in the comic, they would make him look like himself, and then other times he's like a full-on like Tony the Tiger with 4 arms. So, whatever.
I don't know.
I say bring him back, because they bring back everybody, because you can go to the Nether Realm and die and come back, or at least be in the Nether Realm.
Yeah, bring him back, but I'm not sure how to design him, because I'm not sure what the fuck to think about the tiger stripes. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't look cool, but like, make some, I don't know, where's the logic in it?
What do you want? You want to go more tigery or less tigery?
I don't know.
I like his Mortal Kombat 2 original design. I think that's awesome. I say stick with that, but whatever. That's my answer to everything. Whatever. Moving on, Max. Moving on to the Killer of Motaro. Number 9, my original character of all Mortal Kombat, Raiden. This is my original, my OG, and I loved in the new game you could play his original costume also.
Oh, and I just remembered part 10, what happens at the end of it.
Yeah, he goes all evil and crazy.
Yeah, so that's gonna make.
And that's how it was in the game Deception. He lost his mind because he had like sacrificed himself to help fight off the Dragon King, where he had to team up with Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. Like Quan Chi and Shang Tsung kill Raiden, Then they fight each other, and then Quan Chi kills Shang Tsung, and then Onaga comes in, and then they both come back to life, and then they help fight. I don't know, maybe Quan Chi gave him a soul to bring him back to life, give him an extra life, whatever. But yeah, Raiden's done it twice. He's got an evil way.
He's definitely one of the cooler characters.
Yeah,
it's a good guy.
And either way, it's cool. Like his good guy version, his evil version, like they're both cool. And he even looks cool when you take the helmet off. He's got that cool long hair. He looks kind of like Hotaru.
Is that why they had that long hair actor?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why they did it, because of, it's like, how are you gonna play Raiden and never wear the hat, but for like 3 seconds? Come on.
I mean, well, that's where Kano got the accent, right?
Yeah, I know.
But
So whatever.
just one thing about that movie, and I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah.
They fucked Shao Kahn up. Hell, he had the mask for like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
they do it all the
Took off
time.
rest of the movie.
I know, they do all that. Do you remember what Shinnok looked like? He was just like some
Was he in a movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that.
Because he was never in a
Sure.
game yet, he only got referenced, so they just like made it look like some guy from Lord of the Rings, like a king or something. It's just some bearded guy.
Wow.
He could have played one of the 3 wise men. It didn't make any sense. So anyway, I picked Raiden originally because I wanted to do a yoga teleport, but I had a Super Nintendo controller, so it was, and the inputs were hard back then, so I could never do a yoga teleport. But I saw Raiden's controls, down, up, teleport. I was like, fuck yeah! So I got that character, like, I'm teleporting everywhere. And originally he was evil, like he wanted to come, not evil, but he was like a cruel god, like he wanted to come into the tournament and just show off how badass he is. You puny mortals can't fight me. But then I think based off the movie where he's like a good guy or protector, or maybe because of part 2, I don't know. Whatever, they changed him to where he was like a protector of Earthrealm, which I think was a good move. It was a little too dorky sometimes, because he's got kind of that vice principal vibe every now and then. Now, Kung Jin, you know that you can only fight this way if you know it's in your heart. Well, he's not even an elder god, he's just a normal god. The thing about it is I love how he was like working so hard to save Earthrealm, but it just kept going the wrong way in the last one. And the sacrifice he had to make, he even had to kill Liu Kang, and how bad he feels about Liu Kang and Kung Lao being dead, and he feels like it's his fault. So they really added some depth to it. And I really like him. I never understood why they took him out of part 3, but yeah, he wasn't even in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, but I always felt like he was one of the best characters, and everybody knows him. Based off of, if you ever seen the movie Big Trouble in Little China, those 3 like Thunder God things, they're like man, Raiden is a straight up rip off of those guys. Just like Shang Tsung's a rip off of the main bad guy of that.
They were like the original Shang Tsung, right?
Yeah. Watch that movie if you want to see some Mortal Kombat influences. Anyway, number 8, one of my also original characters. He's been in every Mortal Kombat since part 1, and he was my main in part 2. Give it up for number 8, Reptile.
Really, that high? I mean, I know you like him, but like why do you think like he deserves 8?
Man, I just think back at original Reptile. Man, he's just so awesome. Like, I love ninjas. I love reptiles. I love the color green. This guy had all 3 in one character, and he was a secret character. Like in the first one, like, oh, you wanted him so bad. You had to work on the
Sub-Zero's power, Scorpion's power.
Yeah, just they did it with all the secret characters at first. I mean, I think they could do so much with them. They've just fucked him up so badly. Like in part 4, I kind of understood what they were going with it, but they didn't execute it properly. You know,
What they did.
I like that he's like very human-like, and I think that's how he would look under the mask, except for a couple things. I don't like the big purple pants. I think that's dumb. And I don't like the mask thing over there, and I don't like the discoloration of his face. I feel like they should keep it just the same color all the way through.
I remember that design.
Yeah, so I like how he looks intelligent and sleek and still like a ninja and stealthy, besides his big purple parachute pants. I don't like that. I don't like they only gave him 3 fingers, because how was he wearing that before? But it looks like somebody who could actually be under that ninja costume, because he has the same build and everything. And he looks like an intelligent race.
You like that better when they've done modern
Oh yeah,
design?
yeah, definitely. Okay, do you remember what he looked like when they brought him into 3D for the first time?
Well, I thought Mortal Kombat 4 was 3D.
That was like 2.5D. It wasn't true 3D. You weren't moving around like Tekken or Soul Calibur in there,
Right.
so it's not 3D. All right, now this is what he looked like in Deadly Alliance.
A lot more beastly.
Yeah,
Sure.
how stupid does he look like right there?
He doesn't look intelligent.
And he's like really short. He looks like that little 3D thing in the movie that's running around getting in tight stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like something that could be in the ninja body and hiding out there and be intelligent and stuff like. So didn't like that. Then they did the whole thing where he looked like a mummy, like they did with Ermac. So they had that whole thing where he's just got a bunch of bandages around his face. I don't know. You shut up.
Holly doesn't like it.
Like that look right there. I mean,
I
that
remember
was
one.
better, but I thought it was
Yeah.
kind of dumb. Mortal Kombat 9, yeah, the whole reboot thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like a bird. Like a bird mask, almost.
That's not bad, though.
It's not bad, but, you know, it's not my favorite, obviously. And then I think it looks a little bit better in MKX, but still, it's just not what I'm wanting. And they still make him kind of dumb.
Well, the thing I don't like about him is that, like, his tongue, he's, like, always slobbering.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, it's a reptile.
Yeah, the rest.
When has a reptile ever slobbered or been
Komodo dragon
slimy?
kind of does.
They slobber?
I'm pretty. Yeah, they have that like saliva that's just like coming out of their mouth.
I'm looking that up right now. I guess you're right. Okay.
That's the only time I've ever seen that from a reptile. So I mean, that's the only way they can get away with it.
Okay, I guess it makes sense. Well, but I guess I just didn't like how slimy he got. Like where his force ball, instead of a big glowing force ball, became a big slime ball. And instead of just sliding, he was sliding on slime. So I didn't like, just like I didn't like the shit about Devora. So I feel like they made him dumber. Like he talks like the Tasmanian devil now.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, I like you, and then I don't know. It doesn't sound like a super smart ninja spy. And then they made him just get beat up too much, and they made him smaller. So there's some stuff I didn't like about how they did with him, but he's still one of my favorite characters. All right,
Number 7.
moving on. Let's finish this out. Number 7, one of your original OG favorite characters, Matt, Sub-Zero.
Oh man, he's a classic.
Yeah.
But I don't really care about him anymore, to be honest.
well,
He's just like over
Been in the game, yeah, but
him and Scorpion. But
Yeah.
it was kind of a staple of the game, though.
yeah, it's like Ryu and Ken and Street Fighter, but I feel like they're way cooler. No pun intended. He's been 2 people. He's been the original Sub-Zero, then his younger brother Sub-Zero.
Man, he's been cyber.
He's been Cyber Sub-Zero. He's been Unmasked Sub-Zero. Deception, he's got the whole thing where he finds his Cryomancer gear and he's got an entirely new, different look where he looks like the Shredder. He leads the entire clan. He's taken over the entire Sub-Zero clan and now he's like leading them. In one innings, he's got like ice dragons they ride around in. All right, number 6, one of my favorite characters. I would rank him higher, but I respect some of these other characters for more points. But number 6 is Shinnok.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I even was expecting, like, he's not going to say Shinnok, is he? Shinnok, number 6? That's like, I feel like that's one of your main dudes.
That's what I'm saying. That's how nice I'm being right now. I would rank, like, he's like maybe my like number 1 or number 2 favorite character. But if I had to rank it, I'm ranking it kind of off me, but I'm ranking it for everybody a little bit, just out of like
Okay, well,
design.
we'll have to do another
uniqueness.
ranking one day where it's just pure what you like.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So, Shinnok, the reason I'm not going to give him all the way is he doesn't quite live up to the hype.
In what ways?
So you hear about Shinnok forever. You hear about the ultimate evil, the ultimate bad person, and stuff like that. And then you see Shinnok, and I'm like, he's pretty cool, but, you know, he didn't. You're hoping for somebody who even outshines Shao Kahn, you know? You know how you see Shang Tsung, it's like, oh, that's an evil guy. And then you see Shao Kahn, and like, oh shit, I thought Shang Tsung was the boss. Now I see Shao Kahn, that's the real boss.
I feel like nobody's ever going to go over Shao Kahn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you see Shinnok, and you're like, I'm still not more than Shao Kahn. I mean, I like that they didn't just try to make him bigger, more powerful. He's like sleeker, smarter, and I loved a lot of the stuff they did with him in Part 10. But I still think they should have done more. I mean, I love his old bone hands that come out of the ground and all that.
The staff.
Yeah, how he can the bone scepter and everything like still, but. And I love his like summoning things from the ground and the way he talks and the whole Matrix fighting scene between him, Cage, and Sonya. I wish I would have done more of that, but I just feel like there's something a little bit lacking. But I love his redesign, and I think he's a really cool character.
Yeah, he's badass. I love the way he looks. He got the same look Quan Chi has. I like the whole white skin.
Yep.
But he just looks scary, creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Quan Chi kind of. Well, we'll get to him in a minute, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Shinnok is just. I don't know a whole bunch about him, but I love the design of him.
Yeah.
I think he's very powerful for sure, and especially that corrupt Shinnok is scary as fuck looking.
Oh yeah, I thought corruption looked a little like kind of like standard for like a demon design. I thought it was cool, but I didn't think it was very, very unique. I guess I was just wanting so much more. And I'm really hard on him because I like the character so much.
But there was
He's my main character in Part 10, so you know
was
I
that
like
something he like planned out, or he just kind of did on the spur?
Well, I'm saying like the game designers, like how they designed the character, could have made him look cooler. And then the way they made this loot, I just hate that shit. And
I mean,
what is corrupt as Shinnok? How is he not already corrupt?
Well, you got a point.
And I feel like I just wish they wouldn't have made him so evil. I wish they would have shown why he was a fallen elder god. Why did he become evil? Why is he doing it? Like, he's just saying like he wants to give everybody death, a sweet release. That's the only way to come. But I wish they could have done more with that. Now, number 5. Not that I really use his character, and I hate fighting people that use his character, but I think he's a cool character. Number 5, Scorpion. It's like, what if Ghost Rider was a ninja?
Yeah, Scorpion's a bad. I like him. I used to like Sub-Zero better just because blue's my color.
Yeah.
But Scorpion I find more interesting for sure.
Yeah, I thought he was cooler before part 10 when they gave him more history with Hanzo Hasashi and seeing him be all normal. It's like, no, I like not knowing too much. I like knowing him just he's a revenant, just wants to get revenge. He's like a flaming skull when he takes off his mask. He's like this pure, vengeance, and the way he fights with those double swords like Leonardo from Ninja Turtles and actually uses them. I don't know, he's just such a badass character. You gotta be badass to make Yellow seem cool, so.
Yellow, I always thought.
Yeah, then his name, I always did one too when I was a kid. And his name is Scorpion, so it's got so many cool things going on. I mean,
he's got a lot of story. There's no shortage of story.
And he's always in hell. He's fighting from hell. I thought it was cool when he was fighting for Quan Chi when he didn't know any better. So it was like, oh man, those two teaming up, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
And part 3, he would have an axe in his hand when he'd hit you. Also.
I remember it, yeah.
And I loved him when he made that comeback, and his ninja mask looked like a skull jaw. I thought that was fucking cool.
Yeah,
too.
I liked it too.
So he looks cool in every version. They keep making him look better. Okay. We got one more ninja to go, and if you haven't realized what ninja we haven't named yet, one of my favorite characters of all time, then these dogs will not shut up. Number 4, Noob Saibot. Terrible name, cool character.
Noob Saibot. Okay. Well, tell me why you think he's number 2 or 3?
He's number 4.
Oh, 4. Okay. Why, other than being pitch black and a ninja?
So he's black, he's a ninja, and he looks like a fucking Grim Reaper.
Is that one of the Sub-Zeros?
Yeah, it's the original Sub-Zero. That's made the character so much cooler. It's like, what the fuck? When I saw that storyline in I forgot which game. Oh yeah, Deception. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that was such a cool way to explain that character. It's like, oh, like Hanzo Hasashi dies, becomes Scorpion. Bihan dies, and becomes Noob Saibot. Which doesn't make sense because some of these characters die, come back a Revenant, and they kind of look just like themselves, except a little bit evil. Or like, oh, they put some veins on them. Some of these characters look like completely different people. So that's what I liked, and I thought he was really well done in part 9, despite he didn't really get a lot of stage time. But I loved the way he was working with Quan Chi and kind of protecting all that kind of stuff. I love his ending where he teams up with Havoc. I like that he's so when in mythologies he helps Serena, I guess, overcome like Quan Chi's control and try to escape the Netherrealm. And now I feel like in part 11, Serena might make an appearance and try to help Bihan, which is Noob Saibot now, escape the Netherrealm now because he's a Revenant. And he teamed up with Smoke in Deception, so he's like teaming up doing that. So he's like really trying to like take over also as a Revenant.
What's everybody want to rule? What can they say?
Man, I know. But he had such a cool fighting style. Like I didn't even plan for it to be my maker. I just wanted to try him out in Mortal Kombat Trilogy. It was like he would shoot another version of himself out at you. He fights with his own shadow. Like how fucking cool! Like some of his moves, like you'll be comboing, you'll be punching another version. You just punch over here, and one guy's on that side, the other guy's on this side, and then you're making like little black holes fall down. They fall in that. You're using a projectile that makes it to where they can't block, and I just didn't like his fighting style in part 9. It was way too zone heavy, but I thought it was really cool to, when you were doing like some moves and combos, how they looked. And just his whole story and character and look, like his old mask looks like a Grim Reaper mask with a phantasm kind of thing. So I always thought he was one of the coolest characters in the game, the way they use him also. So he's coming back in part 11. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him. Okay, 3 more to go. Number 3. The sorcerer that out-sorcered Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, number 3. Now, I like Shinnok better, but I respect Quan Chi more because I know that's a more unique design, and he's just eviler and creepier. I remember the first time I saw Quan Chi, how much he creeped me out. I don't know if it's because of how white he is and he doesn't have any eyebrows, or what's going on.
Just a real stoic face.
Yeah, he's got like a black
hair.
man's voice, despite how white he is. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like weird. So, and he's so evil and conniving, like he's working for Shinnok, but he's like going
That
against
laugh
him.
he's got.
Yeah, that laugh. Like the way he outplayed Shao Kahn, like he used Shao Kahn's ego against him. Like he knew that if Shao Kahn invaded, that he'd be punished by the Elder Gods. But he's like, I say we go there anyway. Like, we're not a bunch of pussies. Shao Kahn's like, yeah. And then he does it, and then he gets punished for it. So then he's got room to go in and invade with Shinnok and gets him out of there. But then he's gonna betray Shinnok, and then he used Shang Tsung, but he's gonna betray Shang Tsung, and then he used Scorpion, but then he betrayed Scorpion. He used Sub-Zero, betrayed Sub. So he's using everybody, and he's got at the end of Part 9, he's got all these revenants to work for him. But the story fucked it all up. He should have won because he had everything going for him. There's no reason he should have not won. I thought it was so funny when Sonya wants to arrest him and take him to jail. Like they got him in handcuffs. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You gonna put that guy in cell block D? He had one of the best fatalities ever. He was the guy who had the fatality where he pulls off your leg and then beats you to death with it. Yeah. And I love the way he fought. He was one of my main characters besides Shinnok in Mortal Kombat.
I know,
10.
you always do that vortex thing.
Yeah, I had that. He could summon things. He could use portals. He could do like buffs with all these little things where you could take extra damage and all that kind of stuff. So, such a badass character. In name, so original. One of the few in the 3D realm that were such a badass character that just lived on and outshined a lot of the originals. Okay, last two. If you haven't, you gotta know who these two are because they're so popular we haven't mentioned them yet. So, Matt, you want to guess who number 2 is then? Anybody we haven't mentioned yet that's a very big popular character?
I know who one of them is, but I'm expecting him to be number 1, so
Okay.
I can't expect who number 2.
All right, number 2 is Goro.
Oh, okay.
Now, usually I like Kintaro better than Goro, but they fucked up Kintaro so much, and then they made Goro so much cooler. They made him beyond just a guy who wore a little yin-yang thing and yelled. Like, now he's a smart, intelligent guy. In general, in the comics, he sounds smart, intelligent. His ego and the way he says things, like he's a big, proud, like, full of himself warrior. And he comes in with dead bodies that he rips in half. It's like, this guy's a fucking, like, horror movie monster. So, and he's all about the respect of the fight. He's like one of those warrior kings, not one of those kings that rules, one of those guys that leads a band of barbarians. And I loved using him, you know, the way he fought and everything. So Goro became a guy I liked even more. And you gotta admit how cool it was. He's like one of those old 1970s claymation monsters in the original Mortal Kombat. He'd come in and knock the acclaim sign out of the way. He was easy to beat, unlike Kintaro, but he was still cool.
Yeah, Goro is a badass. I loved his character. It's just, I'm reading comics for like part 10, and then they put him in the game, but then he's like not in the story.
Yeah, I know.
The entire story is just fucked
In a
up.
comic, he gets 2 of his arms ripped off.
Oh, only 2? I thought it was all 4.
No. Oh, maybe it is all 4. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all 4.
Yeah. How's he gonna? I don't know how he's gonna get it back. What if he has to? The only way to get it back is he has to kill himself, become a revenant, and do it.
Revenant?
Or he has to become a revenant and somebody brings him back to life. Or what if he gets like robot cyborg arms,
Man, he's already badass enough.
but not with no arms?
Who did that to him?
I think it was Kotal Khan. He didn't want to like kill him. He wanted to make him suffer even more because he killed Kotal Khan's dad.
Yeah. See, that's another reason why Kotal Khan was such a badass, but they didn't make him enough.
I know. There's so much cool stuff going on, but I wish it was all Outworld.
There was like way too much potential in part 10.
They screwed up part 10 with too much special. I don't give a shit, but they're always the most boring part of Mortal Kombat. It should have been all Outworld, like, it should have been an Outworld Civil War.
Right.
But we'll do another video
Exactly,
about that.
yeah.
All right.
Goro, amazing character, badass, just pure brutality, and now he's intelligent.
And those are some things we could say about the number 1 character, and you gotta know who this is. Number 1 is Shao Kahn. Isn't it weird how Goro is a Shao Kahn, but his leader is Shao Kahn? Shao Kahn rules the Shao Kahn. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, come on. It's a big ass barbarian that wields a sledgehammer and has a skull helmet and has sorcery. I mean, come on.
What is this skull helmet, though? Do you know what creature that's from? Does it
No,
ever say
I
anything?
don't.
Yeah.
Big Cro-Magnon looking thing.
Oh my god, it was so fucking hard to beat on part 9.
Yeah. I know. He was like cheap, just like the old Mortal Kombat 2 bosses.
Damn, he was so hard.
Yeah, he
it
loses
took
his
me
name.
forever. I mean, you learn to use Raiden because that's who you have to use to beat him. You learn to use that character.
Yeah.
If you beat,
Everybody mastered Raiden by the end of the day. Yeah, no, it was just like Shao Kahn was just. You hear about this Shao Kahn, and then you finally see, like, God damn, that guy lives up to everything you said. Like, it's hard to live up to hype, but he did.
I mean, he's like the ultimate bait. I mean, there's like a Skeletor, Shredder, all these. This guy is like.
He's like a combination of both. Takes the best of both. Skeletor was a buff guy with a skull face. Got that. You know, who was the other guy you mentioned?
Shredder.
Shredder was a guy who wore like spiky armor. He has that. So yeah, he's got all of.
He just does so much shit.
Yeah, it's not like
what he does to Sindel and her family.
Yeah. It's not that it's just so original. It's just executed so well. It's not like I've never seen anything so unique. It's just he takes all these things that are cool, but instead of just being standard with them, he just made them so badass.
I can't think of one thing about. I mean, you know more story than I do.
I don't like that they gave him the sandals thing, but you know, because I hate seeing guys' feet, but they made him look cool with it, so I get over it. He used to just have normal boots, and they made him look a little too evil. I wish there was like some, because evil guys don't know they're being evil, they're just like brutal, and that's just how they do it. You know, a lot of people are ha ha, mwah, ha ha, but you know, I wanted to see some kind of thing between him and Katana. It's like, does he treat her like an actual daughter, or is he like an evil to her? But they didn't really do much with that in the story.
Yeah.
But in the comics, he does seem kind of more like a little bit more normal, like the way he treats like Kotal Kahn with respect. Like, all right, this is how we rule. This is like good job or something like that. But he is very, very, very brutal, and he shouldn't be too nice, but I wish there was just some little 1%, 3% offset that could make him just a little bit more of like a three-dimensional character instead of just pure want to destroy everything and evil. But other than that, badass. Everybody likes this character. Okay, so we went through, what is that, like 73 characters? Good God. And okay, our next video is gonna be way more simple than this in the future, but yeah, we're all done with it. And if you agree, if you disagree, let us know in the comments and why. Anything you want to add, my brother?
Just subscribe, like, click on the little bell.
Yeah, guys, because we put a lot of fucking work into this. So.
And if you don't think Shao Kahn is number one, fuck you.
I want to know who you do think is number one.
Yeah.
Liu Kang, because he's the good guy. Johnny Cage, because he's so funny.